Welcome back. You've been here before.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, it's your loss. We got regional champion Evan Garms.
And we got regional champion Garrett Farrington.
And we got diversity.
Is that what a D stands for?
That's what the D
D for diversity?
means.
Oh my.
Did you see that comment that was like, I don't appreciate the racist comments?
didn't
Somebody
see
replied
that.
to that?
Yeah.
No. They
Wow.
said they made it a funny, bro.
Did
Oh
they?
my
I don't
God.
think you read the whole
I have not read the
comment.
comments in
I was
that
at,
video
like,
yet.
work at, like, 3 in the
Somebody
morning.
actually watched and said that. That's crazy.
They
Is that
said...
DJ that said it?
No, it's
Oh.
friends. Personally, I find all this talk about diversity really offensive, especially since we have not seen any Lorcana videos.
Oh,
So they meant
that's
like
a meme. That's a meme.
TCG, like it was
a meme,
funny.
Yeah.
But someone did say, okay, got a question for Evan. If
I
people
did
are
see
playing
that.
Katakuri wrong, what is the right way to play them? Maybe a good video to put out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Evan did play all 9 rounds without being sick with 0 sleep. At Knoxville, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't drop out.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 9 rounds.
Who'd you go?
X and 3. I lost my last 2 rounds. One was...
I wasn't there, so I
Somebody dropped out.
It was a Whitebeard matchup that came down to 1k counter. And then the next round was a mirror match where his last 2 life were both blocker plays, and he stopped me from winning.
Don't you love blockers at the last turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peoria brings you back. Mm-hmm. Anyways, speaking
Orange
of Peoria,
Samurai, how's it
howdy.
going, bro?
Good. We're we got some really good news. Going back to that in a minute. We had a pretty decent last weekend.
Tell
You
me
went
about
to
it.
the 3v3.
Yeah, but I want to hear about your end.
You want to
of
hear
it.
about my end of it? Well,
Yeah.
technically it's our end of it because Evan and I casted the Pro Play games, Greenville, South Carolina, 3v3.
That was last week.
That was last week.
Crazy.
Yeah. It was a fun event. It was we saw some diversity in some of the matches. We were like hard stuck to the middle, to the leader table.
Took everything in me not to just put my arm around him when he said
I
that.
thought about the same thing.
Anyways,
we saw some Z. That was
yeah,
really
so
cool.
A lot of Z. I played against
Rebecca
both
and
of them.
Z,
Yeah.
that was fun. It was only 2 Z, so you played them both.
yeah,
Yeah.
both Zs.
So we saw like this, like, oh, there's a Z player.
Yeah,
and
the
y'all
Z
played 'em.
player played against a Rebecca player, and they curb stopped them.
How many
Yeah,
teams
that's
was
what
it?
happened to us.
Yeah.
That Z player that
Yeah.
was in the middle beat Andres, who was playing Rebecca in the middle.
Yeah.
And then there was
That Z
another
had
Z
that
player
curve.
that was in my seat, the 3rd seat, and I was playing Law, so I beat him.
No chance. How many teams were there?
70.
70? Oh, okay.
So 210 people?
It's not bad. A few known players got, top 10-ish, and you
Yeah.
placed at
8.
8. It's
You
not.
got top 8. Nice.
Yeah.
Is 8 making it to certain threshold for decent pricing, or no?
You get the use up and the
The use-
chopper.
no
but
Zoro.
you don't get the Zora. Zora's
The what?
top 6.
No,
Usopp.
6? That's a weird way to put it.
How do you want me to pronounce that? Usopp, sure.
Yeah.
Usopp.
However you want me to say that, and I'll say it
was-
for you.
I just thought it was
Usopp.
weird.
You just pronounce
Usopp.
characters of diversity weird. I don't know why. You
It's
just
like
do.
you're pronouncing his dad's name.
It's like I'm white. I don't know.
I don't know, right? Imagine. But yeah, no, we had a great time casting the event. It was fun. Luxury Gaming ended up winning that, and that was
Yeah.
like Kevin and Chris,
Usopp, and our friend
Alam, I believe,
Mohammed.
Mohammed. Yeah, so that was good matches all around, and then we got something out of it. You got your Usopp, so that's pretty good. And
Yeah, it was. I mean,
Yeah,
we
good weekend.
we wish we'd have done better, but we kind of went into it with the mentality of we're just gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
I played Law for the first time ever. Deck stum, super cracked. I ended up going X-1 on the day. Only lost one game, and it was a mirror match, and the guy had out 2 laws by the time I could get 1 out finally at my 9-mana turn.
So are you a law main now? Have you been converted from Whitebeard to law?
I'll put it this way. Until Bandai fixes this game, I don't see why I'd play anything but Whitebeard and Law. I don't think you can convince me otherwise. There's no reason to.
Even
If
though
it's not
Whitebeard has
red,
yet to win
it's
an
dead.
event.
I mean, essentially, there's.
Yeah.
I mean, the first and second place teams were all the red decks of the format.
For that one event, however, in the 1v1 events, all the winners have been non-reds.
Yeah.
Kid, Queen, we had.
What do you mean Zora won Knoxville?
Oh yeah, but that was not Whitebeard or law. So we had a pretty good weekend, where it's all these non-white beer winning.
Yeah,
So
but
do you
I
think
will
so?
say with like an asterisk around the online North American regional, everyone was at that 3v3.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Yeah,
mean-
we had Jackson.
Not taking away from
Cross was
anyone's
not
win.
playing.
That
He was
awesome.
playing Pokemans.
Yeah, and like Jackson was in the 3v3. He was
Nicky
on my
was there.
team. Andres was on my team. Nicky
Chris,
was there with his
Kevin.
team. Who's the Luffy player that only plays red Luffy? Russell.
Russell?
He was there.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. I mean, like literally, so
Oh.
many winners
Speaking
and
of Luffy,
past winners. I
was it
saw
the
that.
finals that we had the Zero Luffy?
Yeah, someone was
Yo,
using
that was such a
Stereo.
flex.
Oh,
They
nice.
played the Zero Luffy in the finals. Like, whoa.
So yeah, there's a lot of. My point is, there's a lot of high topping Whitebeard and Law players, and I think that definitely affects your results. I don't think there was one Law in top 16 for that online event.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Whitebeards, but it was top 2 was Crocodile and Queen, and then Rebecca passed top 8, I think.
And like Croc and Queen
Yeah.
really struggle into Law.
Yeah.
So
That could be it.
Queen's cool though.
Queen's very cool. I was really happy to see that win actually.
Yeah. I like that deck a lot. It's
Trust me,
super
I'm
fun.
rooting for all you people brave enough to not play Whitebeard or Law. I am. Please show me that it can be done and it's worthwhile.
Yeah. The
It just-
Gum Rain. I like that a lot in Queen too.
It's really good. That guy did good with
Yeah.
it. However, I still like Kaya over the Animal
Yes,
Kingdom
I like
Pirates
Kaya.
2K.
I like Kai over that, and
Page one?
I don't like Pound at all.
I hate Pound.
I hate-
that,
yeah,
that was
Pound,
one of
no.
the first things I cut out of that deck. I did an extra Soj King because on curve, getting that body out and doing the discard effect going into your either 9 mana or 8 mana feels really good.
Over the Pound, I play the Boa blocker, the 4-drop one.
Oh, the 4/1.
that one.
Yeah,
the draw
sorry
one.
from set
I
one.
put one Soj King in and then I forget what I changed. I know that was one of them though for the Pound. I don't know what my other thing was.
But yeah, I will say though, I really like the Gum Rain is a cool addition to that deck for sure.
It's a good tech.
But yeah,
Because most of the time they're going to think you have nothing in hand too. And just to be able to get that nice little 30k and get your hand right for your queen ability and
Yep.
stuff, really nice, really nice. So congrats to that guy as well for winning with queen. That happened this past weekend too while everyone's at the 3v3.
Yep.
Shout out to, I believe his name was Hayden. Shout out to Hayden. It's pretty cool.
What, the Queen winner?
Yeah.
Holden Miller, I think?
Holden, there we go.
Miller? Yeah.
Congrats to Holden.
Yeah. It was a fun event.
that's why we keep it around Diego.
There we
Yeah,
go.
for all the facts. Speaking of facts, we have some news that just dropped on us. Information towards the national championship for all the regions, but namely ours because we're from North America, you know.
Yep.
So some cool pricing, information about signups, location,
Wait, one
all
of the
that stuff.
coolest things I think
So
I've seen
I'm gonna
so
let
far.
you guys
Wait.
take some
We
in.
didn't even pay attention to this.
Yeah, so you can't see that part, but
That is awesome.
Starting
Core's doing
with-
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
cool.
So the
Does them all.
TO,
Play TCG does.
TCG has done a lot of them. Sorry,
They
play.
were originally supposed to be it, I thought. That's what I heard.
How would you have heard anything?
You know, the rumor mill.
The rumor mill. Well, it feels that way because like they give them a lot of events. But anyways, yeah, Core is in
That's awesome.
California, in LA. It makes sense to me, I think.
Yeah, it does.
And I think personally, the Pasadena event happening in November is gonna be a test run for this national event coming up.
And they do really well with
Speaking of-
everything.
I have a
so-
dice. I'm sorry, mouse.
A dice?
Where are you going? The mouse is right here, bro.
I thought your thing worked like
No.
normal.
No, it's a mouse. It's an Asus. Sorry. Yeah. So Core
I'm
is
sorry
a TO.
for you. An Asus?
It's from Ryan Grade. Yeah. Core is a
better
TO,
than a
and there is
I don't have a Mac.
it's gonna be
That's Trevor's.
Yeah.
this old ass MacBook.
Tournament's
Yeah.
free, by the way.
Yo, that's gas.
That's how
Just get there.
Nats always is.
It is our first Bandai game. We don't know these things.
I think the coolest prizing on there is the top 16 gets an uncut sheet. I think that's fucking crazy. That's
What-
so cool.
Did it say the set or no?
No, it just says an uncut sheet.
What should be like OPO4?
I don't care what set
If
it
it's
is.
OPO4, it's like
An
toilet
uncut
paper.
sheet is an uncut sheet.
So, honestly, until you get to top 32, you just get a lot of these event pack
Celebration
2s,
packs.
Yes.
championship pack 2, and then championship celebration pack.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
really what you're fighting for, the quantity of these, all the way up till top 32.
That's a lot.
And then at that point, you still get more of those. And then there's an event pack finalist version 1
So it's a reprint of
and
everything.
a top players pack.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's pretty cool. We get down to top 16 here, and we get those uncut sheets
Yeah.
as well as what I mentioned previously.
Now, hear me out. Just
Top 8 is where we get playmats, by the way. Sorry, I had to say
Yes.
that.
Would you prefer uncut sheets or varsity jackets?
What?
I'm a
Digimats
scrub.
top 16 got varsity jackets.
I'm a scrub, so I would rather have the varsity jacket.
Yeah. So yeah, as they said, it's a bummer that NA does not get a playmat at entry. However, the other regions
Yeah,
do
I
for
don't
some
know what
reason.
that
Latin
is.
America, Oceania, and EU.
I hope they at least sell them.
Well, actually, this whole event is an opportunity to buy stuff via Premium Bandai that you pick up at the venue.
Are you resting this laptop on a regional championship mat right now?
Are you burning a hole through it?
No, not.
If you do, okay.
Yeah, I was like, can we not do that?
You're right. Let's just not trust Diego.
The fan is on the right side. That's okay. But anyways,
Watching you.
playmat. So I did see there's trophies.
There's
Physical
a trophy
trophy.
card
Actual
and a
trophies.
physical trophy.
And then it
Yeah.
says a trophy card. Someone was
Diego,
mentioning.
pass me that blue thing that goes with this.
Someone pointed out that we could either they might have set aside the serialized Luffy's for 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah, when they
Or-
include that on here, I think, or no?
I think it might be encased, henceforth a trophy card.
or something that they did for Digimon Nationals,
Which
is
would be?
that they took like very popular cards and then they made them like metal plated, and they had them like bronze, silver, and gold.
Or hear me out, the Luffy's, along with every other prize card, is on an uncut sheet.
Oh my god. Oh, what? No.
God.
God, no.
That's the sheets we get.
Yeah.
There will be custom made sheets for that.
I
Holy
imagine there'll
moly.
be like a uncut sheet of like OPO1. That's what my mind goes to.
Pre-errata? No, imagine. Yeah, that's
What
a
is
cool price.
the pre-errata stuff? I keep on seeing that recently. In
You
like
don't
the
know
last
what that
week.
is?
I understand what pre-errata is,
Yeah.
but
People are
everyone-
trying to use it as a way to determine of like, this came out first, it's part of the first set.
Is there first
Well,
edition, per se?
Yes. But it's just weird because I'm used to games where it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon where it just says first edition on the card.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like somewhere on, you can label the card as like first edition or unlim. And yeah, we can use whether or not it was a first edition, whether or not it has
Yeah.
the errata or not. But it's just like a really weird classification because there's not anywhere like a market for...
It's just a flex. Entirely, yeah.
Well, because what is it? Alt Art Law is going up a lot right now.
Yeah.
And someone was trying to sell theirs for like $450 online because
Yes.
it was a
Pre-errata.
pre-erotic version. Because
saw
Yeah.
yeah, because they're like, oh well, like it's a $280 card right now, so that can be an unlim version. So I guess my
Oh, I saw I saw a post.
yeah.
Doesn't really work that way though, because I sold my Nami's, they were all pre-rata. I had a place at a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Someone might have paid me an extra $20.
I sold you mine, didn't I? Mine
maybe
was
one of
open, fresh out of the box from Core TCG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Now I got the
I
one.
have a alt art pre-errata law because it was like one of my first leaders I ever
Mm-hmm.
opened up.
You said your first box, right?
Yeah.
Mine was from my case too, so
Cute
it's
story.
first box.
Thank you.
Don't cry, it's okay.
It's moving.
Yeah, it is.
But however, that
Like my
cute
chance.
story is suddenly not being worth it now that that card is as much money as it's worth.
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean,
values
I
have been
thought
crazy.
leaders being 200 was insane, but once it crashed,
Law is
Yeah.
crazy right
Whenever
now.
that-
SR
threshold.
Law from set 1 is going up too. It's like
Oh.
$25 right now.
Yo, really? I have like 10.
I do too, but that card like went down to like $7 like a couple
You know what's
months
crazy
ago.
too? Mihawk, the 80-cent card, $20 card.
well, here's the thing too. Law's still good next set. Surprise!
Hella surprise.
What I guess.
So,
Well, blocker law is also just like generic. Like
Yeah.
any green deck ever is like, oh, I'll just put in some blocker laws.
It's gonna be busted with Hody Jones. I can't say it with a straight face.
Fucking Horty Jones.
speaking of Horty Jones, do you want to mention how they've already started showing us some stuff?
For set 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got, as you saw earlier, we got 3 leaders revealed from set 6. The Wings of the Captain is the Uta, the Reiju, and the Yamato, which is busted.
Yeah,
and they recently showed the Hody Jones, and it's got a very peculiar effect that involves preventing you from taking life into your hand
During
like
your
Wiper
turn.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a similar effect.
So
I
its
imagine-
supporting package will be like take a life, take a life,
Yeah.
take a life.
Yeah, I imagine there's either going to be two things.
The pill.
There's going to be like a pill
Yeah.
event or stage where he's like going on the steroids to get like a super boost.
Mm-hmm.
Or I imagine there's going to be like a character of himself when he's like on the super drugs that
Yeah.
has like a crazy effect that needs to take a life to use. So that like anyone can play the card, but in Horty Jones, you can choose.
But you know what's really, really dumb? That they're making green half full of stuff that it is archetype exclusive, while as they're throwing all these stuff to red that is generic. Like there's so many things that are red and generic to be given out, even in set 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, green also has a lot of generic stuff too, though.
I mean, what's the newest things they got? They got East Blue. I'm sure they're gonna get Fisherman Pirates now too. So we'll see where that goes. They did show some new stuff for the 12 starter deck, which is the Sauron Sanji, and it's just green and blue deck. But most importantly, what was it? Do you have any more comments regarding Nationals?
Nah, I think it'll be fun.
I think Worlds should be like this huge celebrated event with like tons of top players in it. But Worlds in here is going to be an 8-man.
Yeah.
So like Yu-Gi-Oh, in the back rooms.
Yeah, it's like
It's gonna be the complete opposite of a Pokemon World.
Yeah,
Pokemon is
exactly.
huge, man. People make a whole
I
track
think
over
it'd
the
be
year.
really cool if they would have done like top 32, top 64 for all of them, and then so as a 4.
Give me
like,
a 512 man Worlds.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
No,
Yeah.
it's not
If
really
you took
crazy.
top 64, top 128 from the 4 tournaments, and then
Yeah.
did a Worlds with those. I think that would have been really cool.
Because that's how you would get the best player in the world.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think even
anyone
top
can get lucky
128
and win one day.
yeah, exactly.
You know.
I am interested.
But-
So top 2 get their hotel and flight paid
Yeah.
for NA.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, so that's neat.
Yeah, I really appreciate them doing that for me. That's real nice.
Timestamp this.
All right, but I did put out a question tonight, letting people know we're shooting tonight, and if they
Yeah.
had any questions. We got 2 interesting things that I thought we should talk about.
Sure.
First off, Sage says tempo, speed of play. For
Oh.
example, in Pokemon, they give so much time to certain things like shuffling, setup, game start.
I love
shuffling
using-
and deck search should take so much time. Performing an action or a card attack, starting the turn after opponent's end turn, announcement, sort of thing.
So
Do you think One Piece has a time of play problem?
yes, but first of all, I want to comment that the fact that you're actually reading this from a playmat that a player printed at Pokemon Nats as like a parody to show your opponent to play faster.
But do you
Is that-
think it has a pace of play problem?
Yes, and I think it has to do with the hand shuffling. When you pile your Dawn.
You have such a
Hate for hand
shift.
shuffling.
No, not that hand shuffling. I mean, so for example, at the first Peoria event, this one dude literally lost because he went to tidy up his Dawn deck and organize it. Because he did that, he failed to do his last attack to win the game. So if he would have used on turn sideways, okay, swing, he would have won.
That's an OCD thing, though.
Well, that's on him, and you
Yeah,
could have
that's
timed
on
it better.
him. I don't think that's a time of.
But
that's-
people always they take their time to do like 2-stack, 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 3-stack, and all that stuff.
I think you're being nitpicky.
I mean, it does take time, and it could be considered stalling if you're playing with it too much.
I think we're looking at the wrong.
Yeah, we're getting away from the
Okay.
question here, it
Yeah.
feels like.
It does take from the game.
Okay. Besides a person's maybe possible weirdo ticks, what do we think could slow down the game and cause problems? Do you think it's a deck construction point of view? Do you think the game doesn't accelerate fast enough? Or do you think that the game is designed to go to time?
The game is not designed to go to time.
So, what I will say, because this is a thing when I played a lot of Vanguard, I played Vanguard for years, and this game has something to that effect as well. Guarding, when you're deciding countering out for things, you have to think about it. Like, okay,
Sure.
what am
Sequencing?
I like? Yes, sequencing countering is super important.
It's literally the entire game.
yes.
And sometimes you have to think about it. Like, okay, if I counter this out, what are the next 3 things that are going to happen this turn? Or,
Right. Well, not even that. Good players are going to the next turn even.
Yes, exactly. Like,
I mean,
I'm thinking about the next. Every time I'm like countering stuff, I'm like, okay, if I counter with this card, I will be at X amount of cards in hand, which will put me in this threshold. Does that warrant me into more aggro next turn? But if I take this life, I'll be at X amount of life for this play in the future. But if I guard with this hand card, will I do this? If I take this 5 now, is he going to swing for 7? So should I drop this 5 and take the 7, or is he going to do like? There's a ton of different things that you're thinking about at all times, and then I think it's important that a player needs to be able to think about that stuff. It's kind of different. Like some turns, the game is like draw for turn, don't have anything, attach 3 of the leaders, swing for 8 pass. You know, like
So a lot of the stalling that I've seen in tournaments, it's in the point where they get a very small hand, and smaller hand means less options. And you see these players contemplating into the stars what they're gonna do with their 1 card hand, and therefore that is stalling.
yes and no. I have been in situations. So I think it's very important that you play at a reasonable pace. I've always said this. That Pokemon thing where it lists
play
out,
map?
this is how much you have for this time, this time, this time, this time. Should not be a thing. Players should be expected to play at a reasonable pace. There should never be you have 5 seconds to do this action.
It should be a
if you're
will
ever
room.
worried, you can call a judge over.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly.
yeah.
Like if your opponent is taking long, I think the biggest issue with slow play that we have is that people won't call each other out for it because there's like a stigma of wheel
Yes.
sharking. If your opponent is slow playing you, just call it out. But
that
also
is-
at the same time, like I deserve to think about my turns.
If you can't help yourself, then
I'll put it this way. I have never once in One Piece gone to time.
No, I haven't either. Not since like set 1 DLB stuff. Because like in DLB,
Not
when it
even
was,
then.
you never went to time in a blue mirror match in DLB. Not even at like house or something.
No.
No.
Because
Crazy.
the house
No,
did
we
best
played
of 3 at the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, when
Unlimited
they didn't
time,
know.
Remember?
Was that unlimited time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That was weird.
But yeah, unless you're playing like a control mirror match, like
Yeah.
there's so much
Yeah.
red and green. And
No,
stuff.
I mean-
games should not be taking
A
that
Rebecca
long.
mirror, right? Or Rebecca
Yeah,
versus Queen.
or Rebecca or Queen.
Some
matches.
matchups I understand.
But even then, like I played a Queen mirror match in Tennessee, and then I remember everyone around us was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna be here all day." I finished my game before the person next to me did.
Meanwhile, in the winner boxes,
Yeah.
the
Well,
only
it was,
time winner
it was
box.
a winner box. But yeah, because there's no time for the winner box.
Oh my gosh, that was absurd.
taking too long.
Yeah.
But
So do you think it's a problem or no?
yes and no. I think the biggest problem is that the player base refuses to say, like, stand up and be like, "Hey, I need you to play faster." But
Yeah.
we shouldn't be defining things because once the second you start defining player
They can
actions,
will shark more.
A, people are going to start sharking you, and then B, people are going to another thing, which I hate when people think that they can do this, is they'll be like, "Oh, you should 10 seconds between actions. You have 10 seconds between actions."
Mm-hmm.
I've seen someone go 1, 2, 3,
That
4,
is
5,
not
6,
manipulating. That is
7,
yeah.
8, 9, 1, 2, 3, and they thought they could do that. You can't do that.
That
but
is-
because the
yeah.
second you start defining time on that, people are going to try doing that stuff, and it's annoying.
So the
And
way
don't
I
want-
see it, it's a give and take.
I had to look at someone at I think it was in Tennessee too. Someone was telling me that they could do that, and I was like, "No, you're on."
Hell no.
Yes, I was like,
Should've
"No,
called me,
you,
man."
you cannot do that. You're expected to play at a reasonable pace. There's
Yeah.
no definition in time frame."
Do you still
for match.
judge?
I judge at Tennessee.
I thought you were just selling product or something.
Oh, it was fun. I was vendoring. No, but the way I see it is like it should be a give and take. Like if you turn 1, do it immediately, and in turn 2 you take a couple minutes. It's fine. You shouldn't be doing 5 minutes every turn. But if you go fast 1 and then take a little more in the next one, it shouldn't be a big
Yeah,
deal.
there's-
I think slow players keep me from drinking. And I think they should play faster.
No,
That is
no,
my
no,
thoughts
no.
on this
If you
subject.
win faster and they slow play, you got more time to go to the bar.
That's what he's saying.
No, I say keep you from drinking.
Yes.
Yes.
So you need slower players.
They keep me from drinking.
Because they are playing so
playing
slow,
too
they're
long.
preventing them from leaving and going to the bar
Yeah.
in between rounds.
I mean, you can just go and let him play out. It's 30 minutes more left, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they start their turn, stand up, go to the bar, get their drink, sit down,
Come back.
sit
I
down.
definitely would.
But yeah.
Oh, when you're playing them, yeah.
Players should be able to think about their plays. it does annoy me when 5 at leader, 0 card hand, no blockers.
I don't know what to do.
As
My
they
Dawn- my Dawn.
shuffle their Dawn.
They're done. They're done, exactly.
And then you're like, take it. You literally don't have an action.
You
Just
can't
fucking
do
take
anything.
It. But also at the same time, I understand. I've been in a situation before where my opponent was like, I had like a 7 card hand and they attached like 5 on their leader and swung 10 at me. With a 7 card hand, you're probably just gonna fucking take that unless it's a losing game. But I sat there because I was like, he can go. I didn't have it. He could go 10 and 10, and I had 1 life left. So when he swung 10 the first time, I sat there and I pretended like I was thinking about how I wanted to guard.
Sure, because like you have to show them that you have the
Yeah,
combo,
exactly.
even though you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I had like my
People do that shit all the time, and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's That's gamesmanship. That's what you should be doing.
So they're like swinging 10. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, that's 10. So
Yeah.
I'll
you
literally
math it out.
7.
Yeah.
9,
Meanwhile, it's 3 Luffys and
Exactly.
a Zoro.
Yeah,
And I'm
or
like,
an ace.
okay,
Yeah.
that's 10. And I was like, how much
Yeah.
is that one again? And then he'll be like, oh, that's 10 as well. I was
Damn,
like,
we're giving out some A+ tips here, bro. I didn't know we were
People
breaking
putting
down gamesmanship
notes,
now.
Notes for next right now.
But like, yes,
Damn.
I don't have an option. I have to take that 10.
Yeah.
But because I sit there and go, okay, 10
You
and
made him
10.
think to split it.
Well, no, it's not even that they'll split it. Instead of going for
Here's
the
my
other
thing.
10, they play a blocker down and pass. You know, I've had that happen before.
Oh,
But,
that
but
happened to me
also,
too.
when you're playing Whitebeard and you just got to 4 mana and you have Atmos in your hand and you're gonna swing with Whitebeard and play down Atmos that turn, just do it.
Yeah, that
Don't
should
waste
be
my
a
time.
given. That should
That's
be a given.
where it's also like, be fair to your opponent, bro. What are you doing here? We know you're slamming Atmos.
Yeah, a lot of
Mind
If you're not, you're doing it wrong.
Katakuri player draws for turn, looks at hand, 10 drop big bomb.
That's a tough sell right now. What do I pick?
It's just
Always
those
options.
are the frustrating points.
Yeah.
But also, I think the reason why it's such a point of contention right now is to realize, and this happens in formats coming from Pokemon, and there were these
Yeah.
formats when I played. I don't know about anymore. But when you're entering a control format, or at least where the R&D department wants you to play control, the game starts to slow down. I mean, right now they released set 4 and they're like, "Hey, play a control format. We really want you to."
And then
I mean, literally
players are like,
every leader. Yeah. Like, too bad you made Whitebeard in law already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you read Zoro?
Yeah. Why would I do any of these things?
Yeah, I have all these dual
All
colors
right.
for control. Next question.
That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. How scary starter deck 10 looks for the meta?
For
Starter
us,
deck 10 is
an
the
aim-
3 captains, right?
Correct. For red purple.
I don't think it's as scary as it was in Japan.
Correct.
I think it will affect the meta. I think it'll
There's
make...
some good cards in it.
I do believe it. There's good cards in there. However, when that starter deck came out, it was instantaneous. Like the 6K Luffy
Yeah.
became like an uber meta deck. But I think the only reason why that became as good is because at the time they had 4 Rad Beam, 4 Whitebeard, and that deck became into a I'm going to play 9 Beard on turn 3 or 4.
So,
And you can't do that consistently in our format. So when they're dropping, like they can still turbo into 10 drop Luffy.
Some people really like Law too.
I think Law's a cool deck,
Red
but
purple.
I don't think that deck is going to be like the.
well, we don't have Luffy yet.
It's not going to be a meta definer.
I also think the more
No,
important.
we have the Luffy.
The 10 drop Luffy?
Yeah,
The
that's
pur-
in this deck.
The red one in the
Oh,
street.
the red one. Okay, not the purple one. Okay.
Yeah, the red 10 drop Luffy.
He was thinking about the Gear 5 one.
Yeah.
That card's ass. Red 10
think
card.
it's
It's man. Red 10 Luffy though. That's a scary card.
That is a scary card.
This-
but when
this-
you're a 3 life leader and you can't.
Oh, you wouldn't play it in that. I think
Yeah.
you got played in like OG Luffy or Zoro. Or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your
But then
first
like
stop at
it's the
end.
same concept as like. It's.
Play it to win the Law Mirror. Am I right?
There you go.
Lord.
I definitely think it's like a good card, but I don't think it's going to put a new definition on the
No.
meta in the game.
I'm just saying, I think the deck's more interesting for the singles that you get in it, like that.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting card. There's this 7-drop kid that's in it that's really good.
Yeah.
That's
But
an interesting card.
my thing is that purple doesn't really have a home for it right now.
Yeah.
Like next set, yes.
Yeah.
But as it's in that like little in between format that it is, because of the
you're
restrictions
messing
that we
out?
have,
Yeah. No, keep going.
because of the
Find Luffy.
restrictions that we have, I don't think it's going to be as big of the player that it was when it came out in
Yeah.
America, or not sorry, in
Oh, it's got
Japan
Rush.
before the
Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
You don't know what he does?
Bro, I don't read the cards.
Okay, listen.
That's
listen.
literally the thing you do.
Literally, that's like your job. Anyways, that card for 10 mana
Yeah,
comes into play with Rush.
correct.
And then if you use a blocker,
Oh, that one. I mean,
I get to blow
yeah.
up an 8K on your board.
Yeah, I know the effect. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
if you
pretty good.
brutally block my Rush attack, I kill your
Oh, it's not
Katakuri.
even just that attack either. It's any time you block.
Yeah,
Busted.
pretty good.
When are you going to start playing set 5?
3 weeks ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You already started, huh?
Yeah.
Getting ready?
There's not like a huge incentive for me as a player to be going hard into set 4, and there's not. I could go to Peoria. I'm choosing not to because I just want to save up.
Are you not going to go to Peoria?
No.
Damn.
It's either Peoria or Japan, and I am choosing Japan.
Yo, Japan, you going too?
Easy decision.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
But why? They're just going to pay for you.
I have to get time off for work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So even if when I win
When he wins.
and they pay for my flight there, I
get
still need the
second.
time off from work.
Okay.
And if I take
Well,
off,
we split the finals.
we will not split the
So
finals.
you cannot split. It's
That is an illegal thing, and we would never
anti-sportsmanlike?
do that.
No, we would do it. We get
Garrett,
to our backpacks.
we are not doing it.
We pull out tequila.
I would never do that.
We pull
That
out
is not
tequila
something that I
on
condone.
stream.
Ben, are you
Every
watching
game
this?
of One Piece is decided by a game of One Piece. There is no collaboration involved in any single game ever.
Collusion, you mean?
But then
Collusion,
we put the
collaboration.
tequila
Not the
on the
same.
table and we do shots.
If the event hall lets us do that, I will
Yo.
gladly take shots.
Just at the stream match, go Yankempo.
No, I would go, fuck, again? I forgot to put out my life. You win, Evan.
Well, no, because then the judge would look like you. Literally
fix
have
it.
Ben go over, and then he would take the top 5 of your life.
He'll
Oh,
make
sorry,
you play.
sorry. The top 6 of your life.
He'll make you play it.
Ben would make me play the game.
Oh, he will be the judge too.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not doing
It's
this.
like me and
You're
you were
playing the
sitting
game.
there. Pass turn. There, you have 10 active dogs. Pass turn. Ben. Garrett, fucking play.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Nats is going to be fun. I'm super
Yeah,
excited.
I'm
but
excited.
I'm excited for you going to Japan. That's really cool.
yeah,
Super cool.
literally what would happen though is that you would be sitting there. I'd have 3 active Dawn with 12 cards in hand, and then you look down at game state and you go, Machino, go for it. And I'm like, Garrett, why would you do that here? Do you have it? No. I have 3 active Dawn and 12 cards in hand. And you're like, did it work?
Yeah. Gotta wonder how you win sometimes.
Like the Rush Luffy game from earlier.
Yeah,
That was,
You pulled that game out?
oh
no, not that
no.
one. We played 4 games.
I was gonna say, I was pretty positive.
Oh
you
no,
I
won
won
that
that
he
one.
won
The
yeah.
game before, I had 7 cards in hand, and he had like a 12 card hand at 0 life, and then he went tap 5, play Rush Luffy, attach 5, swing for 11, and I was like, what are you doing, Diego? And he was like, well, do you have it? And I was like, fuck you. Why did you do that?
And after that, even if I hadn't played it, you still didn't have it. Because we sure you draw. It was going to be ESO, I think. It was the non-counter.
I would have killed the Luffy if you didn't swing with it.
I had like 18k guard, so.
Diego, remember when I looked at you
Oh,
in
yeah,
the face and I was like, Diego, I could kill
No,
your
that
entire...
was the fourth
It was the
game.
same game.
That was definitely the 4th game.
No, it was the
Well,
second
they
game.
don't know that it
Anyways,
was the same game, so it's
anyway.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
I looked at Diego and I was like, oh, if I would have been able to board wipe you. And he was like, you could never board wipe me. And I was like, yes,
You
I
won the
would've-
Kusan
I
and
would
the
have
Ku-
board
yeah.
wiped you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll bet you $5 I could board wipe
Okay, you got it, Evan. You're right. No.
Play 10 drop, pop
10
Luffy,
drop.
rest trial deck Kobe, pop the ace.
Yo, Kusan's really annoying, I'll say that.
Yeah.
It sure was fun. I like
liked
the blockers
Isha.
in it. Yeah.
I won 2 out of 4 of our games, so it was
Yeah.
even against Whitebeard.
Diego Whitebeard.
He didn't like.
Wow.
It's
Like crossfire into your Whitebeard? Kind of like that? Yeah? Okay, don't tell me that shit.
It's my list. And Diego didn't make any like weird plays that game, so
No weird
Rush
plays.
Luffy isn't a weird play? Oh, okay. It's like you were...
I'm
Diego, why
saying
would you
up
do
to
that?
point.
Oh. That was the winning weird play.
That
Well,
was like your weirdest play you did, but yeah.
you
Hey,
guys did
but it
good
worked.
casting. I went back and listened to some of it,
thank
by the
you.
way. You guys did good.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the V3 format a lot.
I wish it was in a better quality to watch
It was
matches.
really cool, and then I like we weren't there obviously, but if I was there to set up the stream table, I would have liked to have made it a way where we could choose who are watching because it was always B, and we on stream had the same team 4 times.
Yeah, we
and
saw
it was
Mohammed every
just
game.
Whitebeard,
Yeah.
every single time, and I was like, I was like, great player. I just don't give a shit. And there was like one game where there was it was Arlong and Z were on the same team.
Oh.
And I was like, I want them. And they were like, oh, well, their B seat's like Whitebeard, so you wouldn't see the Z or the Arlong. And I was
Yeah.
like, just have them, like, just move the camera or have them shift
Yeah.
for that one game. And they're like, no, we can't do that. I'm like,
Because
"Alright,
it would
fuck me."
change the...
The talking to.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Hey, there was a lot of comparing.
I don't care.
And wow, okay.
I want to see Arlong and Z.
I'm sure that Z won that game. But yeah, no, we got some
Yeah,
cool stuff
the
that
Z
happened.
player did win that game, and
Yeah.
then, or no, sorry, the Z game that we saw, the Z player won, but then his teammates both lost.
Yeah, yeah, and then the Rebecca player was one of the Discord homies.
Yeah, and then the Rebecca player, we saw that Rebecca player play another like 2 or 3 times.
Man, but like the crackback, the second game that Rebecca got was pretty fun. It actually played his whole kit, and it's
Yeah.
like it was Katakuri, I think, right?
Yeah.
And it saw everything against Katakuri. So that was a fun exposition on Rebecca. Yeah, that was pretty good. So we have a few more things happening this weekend. We have a Sword Champ. You guys doing that?
I am at Versus, yeah.
Versus me too, yeah.
I'm going to SeaWorld.
I do believe that Versus Gaming will be streaming that event. So
Yeah.
catch it on the Versus Games on
Who's
Twitch.
streaming it? If
Mark.
me and you weren't.
I might do it
I thought you were
casting?
playing.
Am I playing?
if I play fast. No, Mike will do it probably. But yeah, so that's that. And then there's also a regional this Sunday from Pro Play.
Yeah.
So now there's no conflicting events. So now all the players can be all in one spot and have Whitebeard win. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have 3 more online regionals before the first in-person ones. You ready for Peoria?
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Chicago will be fun too.
I'm upset that I'm not going purely because I want to see Ben play.
Exactly.
It's the only reason why I'd want to go.
Mine too.
I think the few days in Chicago will be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like making it all happen is kind of weird.
I heard we have an opening.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
This Saturday, I'm going to the Hard Rock.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Gamble some money.
Oh, that Hard Rock. Okay. I always, because I work at Universal,
Uni.
I always think of the
The
Hard Rock.
World
game.
Cup.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Which
I
baseball?
saw
Tampa.
Football.
Yeah, football Sunday, but
Oh.
Saturday's the casino.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I saw Papa Roach and Seether play at the Hard Rock.
The
They
Universal
used
one?
to do
or-
like the Velvet Sessions or whatever
Yeah.
it was called, and they would have like bands like that come through, man. But since COVID, I don't know if they've ever picked it back up.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, you didn't see the demand. Make it profitable.
Well, they
Anyways.
don't care about this.
Yeah.
You know, our fans.
That's a come more for later.
Are they telling me that they won't tear my heart open?
They're
and
telling
sell
you
myself
Oh
that
my
you need to give them
God.
some Katakuri content.
Yeah, where's the Katakuri content at?
short? Yeah, I could. It's just like whether or not we do a whole video on it. I could. The problem is
This
that
is
I would
excuses
make
right
the
here.
video on it, and we would get 1,000 comments about how I'm fucking stupid. That's all
That's
that video would
fine.
be.
That is called engagement. That's fine.
Because I just don't like the way people play Katakuri.
If there's 1,000
And
comments,
obviously
1,000
that's the purpose
views.
of the video. But I would literally be like, "Don't play Shirahoshi. Don't play Thunderball."
But we can even give it a good like catch title, like "You're playing Katakuri wrong."
The
Stop.
correct way to play Katakuri. Here's how.
And then I'm gonna get called stupid. And
That's
yeah,
fine.
That's fine.
Everybody
Yeah,
gets called stupid. We did on Twitch earlier.
Give
It's
people
fine.
a place to take that out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe we'll
Put on your flame suit.
work on that.
Say the hottest takes. Thumbnail's gonna be like old
Look,
flames.
the law matchup sucks, so we're just gonna take that L as hard as we can and win everything else.
But yeah.
I beat you one of those games too. Well, like we played and it was still kind of even.
I haven't played law versus category, I thought, against you.
Yeah, we did because it was like last week or the week before. You were like, I want practice, and then we played like 4 games, and I think we went 2-2 on them.
Maybe.
Yeah, because there was one game where you like literally saw nothing.
Oh yeah.
You didn't.
You're
see,
guaranteed at least one of those.
Yeah, you saw 0 Bonnies, and then there was one game where I think I played like 3 Big Moms, and you were like, yeah, it happens.
Rip. Alrighty, Danny. Anything else you guys want to add for this week?
No, that's it for me.
No, just a lot of exciting stuff happening in your future. So probably. We didn't say the dates for Nats. Just to go over that real quick.
It's been out.
Well, no, the sign up dates. So if you have your invite, it's November 2nd, and if you don't have an invite, your buy is gonna be November 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than
November 9th is the Diego days, and November 2nd is the Garrett and Evan days.
that, wow. Well, I have
Not as much traffic on that second, you know what I mean? Probably get around to it when I get around to it.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Hey, you might miss it.
Setting the alarm an hour before.
It's the day of your
that
flight. You
don't-
might miss the signups. Okay.
It is the day of our flight.
Yeah, you might have to do
No,
the
Bill will
regular.
probably make me do it in the Southwest Drinking Lounge or something, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Like Garrett signed up.
You know,
Do it now.
no,
Yeah. Who else? Oh, Dan's judging, so that's fine.
Garrett, we need
Yeah.
to sign up for naturals. Garrett.
Right here, right now. Do it. We're not boarding until you're done.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you have Wi-Fi on this plane?
Wait, they don't have that on Southwest?
No, they do.
Oh, they do. Thank God. I would just die aboard them.
Yeah, because you got to be attached to that phone, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
How else is he going to be the Orange Samurai?
How else is he going to miss playing out at Gen Con?
I'm not gonna talk about that. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next podcast. Peace out.
See you guys later. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
All good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.